Friday, all things go Friday. Glad you're with us, Arch City now. Woo! We are here. Vic Faust, producer Rye alongside. Oh my God, it's a Friday where we have so much going on. Of course, you know where to watch us. You know where to listen to us, 590 AM, but you can also jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube, Arch City now. So glad you're with us today. I'm in a much better mood. And it's sad that the Blues winning makes me feel in a better mood. Rye? They dominated. I know you didn't stay up and watch any Blues hockey last night. No. I'll let you get going.
No, sir. I was knocked out.
I did. I watched that entire game, and they looked more like the team, and we'll get into that, but they looked more like the team that they should be. And we'll get into the healthy scratches and the drama and everything else that is the St. Louis Blues as we move forward. There is a lot today to cover. Jump in on the show as always. If you want to call, you can. 855-282-8255. That's 855-282-8255. We jump in with anything and everything St. Louis, all the time. The water cooler talk, what's happening in your neck of the woods, what's going on, what's moving the needle for you. As you know, we do every morning, 6 to 8 a.m. right here on Arch City Now, on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Of course, following us, Hot Take Central 2.0 every day with the former Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. Friday means it's MIZ STL from 10 to 11. Grant Salzman, Brendan Schaefer today, getting you set for the Mizzou weekend. It's Dad's weekend for several of the fraternities down there this weekend, my friend. I will be down there at Mizzou, so we'll check the game. And by the way, if you didn't know, and I'll promote it throughout the show as well, we do the Mizzou post-game show as well. Chris Pelican, myself, and Mizzou color man Howard Richards bring you the post-game shows immediately following the game on STL Sports Central, our sister station, where you can jump in, talk with us, see what's going on. I can only imagine what we'll be talking about tomorrow. We'll get into Mizzou today as well. Basketball game tonight, football game tomorrow, basketball game Sunday. Like I said, so much to get into as well from there. As always, we love it when you like, subscribe, and share the show, as we do with so many things. We just cover whatever you guys want to talk about. Also, once again, if you want to give us a call, 855-282-8255. We also cover the national stories making headlines here. It's a free-for-all Friday, which means we have a lot of other interesting stories as well. I've even got some things that Rye Guy is going to jump in on as well. I bring it up and he's like, oh, no. And by the way, one of these days, we need to do a lingo / vocabulary segment. Maybe we'll get into it today. My point is this. I've learned new words from hanging out with Rye in regards to what you would say in life. And I'm going to tell him one of those later on. And I'm going to use it with my son this weekend and see, because he's just a little bit younger than you. He's a year younger than you. My daughter's a year older than you. So you're smack dab in the middle. Yep. So I'm going to use some of the vocab that I hear you use that you don't even think twice about, that are like, oh, he just said that.
Like what?
I'm not going to tell you yet. I'm going to tell you later in the show. But I'm going to use one of these words with my kids and see what they say during Dad's weekend up at Mizzou. Cool. I'm going to use it. I'll tell you before the show's over. I'm going to curious to find out what you think it'll be, how it will be perceived. I want to see if they know, or if that's just your, if that was Drake, if that was St. Mary's talk, if that was Drake talk, if that was
not Drake talk.
And by the way, my son, who I'm going to see, his name's Drake. So he heard that a lot during his life about, whoa, like Drake University. And I'm like, yeah, his name is Drake. So there you go. Jumping on the show, like, subscribe, share it. Let us know what you want to talk about as well. It is Friday. Good morning, St. Louis. I can tell you this much. The weather, little kind of a damp morning, little bit, tiny bit, depending upon where you are. But what a beautiful day, warm, breezy by the end of the day, and enjoy it, because we are going to get smacked right in our face with some cold weather by Sunday. Not the best in the world, but it'll warm back up a little bit. We deal with it, I think, on Sunday. we deal with it on Monday as well as we welcome people into the show. Okay, another thing that's kind of got me out of whack, and I don't know about you guys throughout this area, but we had the time change clearly on Sunday. And then all week long, is it me or is anybody else having an issue trying to get used to sunsets before 5 o'clock? It has messed my body up. It's like, wait a second. Is it bedtime? I don't know what it is, but it seems like it hit harder this year for whatever reason. But we're going to have these for the foreseeable future, allegedly. So back this week, November 2nd, the first day after daylight saving time ended, St. Louis saw a 6:29 a.m. sunrise. We love it here in the morning because we're up. We can actually look outside and see the sun start to rise right now at 6:11. But we got the flip side. Anytime you get something, then you have to pay for it later. Seems like nothing is free in life. So we've got for the next several weeks, St. Louis is going to lose about 1 to 2 minutes of daylight each day. Wonderful. So on average right now, what we have is a 6:29 a.m. sunrise and a 4:59 p.m. sunset. And while I love it in the morning, I can't stand the sun going down at 4:59.
It's weird.
And yeah, I saw this on Fox. They did a breakdown of it. I like it. Here's what we've got. It's going to continue. So we've got a 6 p.m. right now. What today? Today is November 7th. So we're averaging a 4 each day. We're going to lose 1 to 2 minutes. So by Sunday, the sunset is at 4:52 p.m. That early. And then it goes all the way down to 4:39 December 7th. That is the shortest day. That's the earliest sunset, 4:39 p.m. December 7th. Then we start to gain again. And then we don't get back up to a 5 p.m. sunset until January 12th. So January 12th, then the days start to get a little bit longer. And that's when we start to get more sunlight. You guys might have cared less about that, but I feel better because I shared it. I'm a sunlight guy. I love the sun. I love the outdoors. I love it when we get these opportunities to share what we have going on. But I didn't know if anybody else felt what I felt because, man, I was like, really? Is this really happening? Are we really losing sunlight that much? Anyway, lots to get into today. Jump in on the show. Let us know what you want to talk about as well. You can do it on X, Facebook, and YouTube. The other thing that you have going on. Okay. There's so much. Here we go. First of all, from a sports standpoint in this town. Oh, by the way, somebody did tell me yesterday they would rather have what we have in St. Louis. It was after the show. The question that I asked yesterday, Rye, would you rather have, as a sports fan, Major League Baseball, NHL, Major League Soccer, and then Mizzou and kind of Illinois and SLU in your town or another town? Or would you rather have the NFL, the NBA, the WNBA with Caitlin Clark, Indiana, Notre Dame, and Butler? Now, I'm an NFL guy. a lot. So I was like, I thought that might have been a good pick, but a St. Louisan told me by far what we have in St. Louis. And I'm like, okay. And they like the NFL as well. So I was like, I get it. There you go. To each their own. Okay. Coming up on the show. We're here till 8 o'clock today. Blues with a big win, big response victory last night. Desperately needed it. They had lost 8 of 9 games. They look like the team we expected last night. Can they keep it going tomorrow night? They're back in St. Louis. We'll get into that. SLU basketball had a dominating win last night, but coach not happy with the way they finished it. I mean, they've got some really good players. They really do. Mm-hmm. I mean, I look, and it's early and they're playing teams that you're like, yeah. But when I look at the makeup of what they have, I could definitely see them being a tourney team. I could. And I know that's me pushing it out there.
Yeah. They were a tourney team last year, and, they lost to a big-time team, a really good Drake University team.
No, that was Mizzou.
Oh, I thought you said Mizzou.
No, SLU.
Oh yeah, no, SLU has a really deep team. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love.
I could totally see them being a
Yeah,
tournament
okay.
team. I definitely can see Missouri being a tournament team as well.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with SLU is so good.
They've got tonight Mizzou in action playing SEMO. We'll talk that. Preview Mizzou football tomorrow. A lot of the hype's gone because they lost to Vanderbilt and then they lost their quarterback. But here comes Matt Zollers. We'll see where that goes. Alec Burleson for the Cardinals with a nice award. We'll get into that. Albert Pujols is now suing the San Diego Padres for $22 million. What? I have never seen a guy go for an interview, go back for a second interview, and then sue the company, sue the organization because of what they did to him while he was there. Literally, Albert Pujols has a lawsuit. We'll get into that as well. What the heck's going on in San Diego? They hired somebody else. They did not hire Albert. And it is Friday, high school football playoffs. A lot of teams in action. Jump in if you want to promote. You can do it on X, Facebook, and YouTube. You can give us a call if you want to give a shout out for your high school. It doesn't matter if you got kids that are playing, if they're a part of the school in any capacity. Let us know. Get your shout outs out there. We love to promote it as well. Okay, and any other things that you want to talk about? NFL last night, too. While the script for the NFL, as I affectionately refer to it as, has been good, in my opinion, so far this year. I've liked it. We've had some dud games as well. What a brutal Thursday night football game last night. If anybody watched that, you'll never get that time back. A 10-7 game. A 10-7 game. And don't look now, but the Chiefs have even more pressure put on them right now because the Broncos are 8-2. I mean, the Chiefs literally are in a must-win situation at Indy this weekend. Have some fun. Chiefs fans getting ready to watch that as well. Okay, from a news standpoint, and you know what we do in our first segment, letting you know what's coming up on the show as well today. America's best hole-in-the-wall restaurants. Each state got one by Family Travel. The state of Missouri's best dive restaurant is in Columbia, Missouri. And I bet a bunch of people who are familiar with Mizzou know the restaurant that I'm talking about. You can take some guesses. We'll get into that. We'll show you what's going on with that. How is it that St. Louis couldn't land a Journey tour date stop? Now, this is me. I like Journey. We're going back a ways. Do you even know who Journey is? I didn't think so.
I think it's a band.
I love it. That's awesome. We do share. Journey's going to do a 2026 farewell tour. We were just talking about AC/DC the other day. They're coming to St. Louis. Journey isn't coming to St. Louis. You do know who AC/DC is, right? Yeah, but you can bring up some new big hit rap artist, and I don't know. So you got to teach me that as well.
Of course, yeah. But I'm tapped in though. Like
you gonna roll me in somewhere?
Yeah, I got you.
Can I like tag you sometime where we go in somewhere?
Yeah,
would you take me in?
Somebody else too, but yeah,
Uncle Vic.
Yeah.
Uncle Vic.
Yeah, Uncle Vic.
We have some fun from that standpoint. Hey, we're gonna talk about Air Force Ones. You're a shoe guy, right?
I like shoes. Yeah, I like wearing different shoes. I got pink Converses on today. Pink Chuck.
Oh, do you really? I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I got some pink Chuck Taylors on.
We'll tell you what Gen Z is saying about Air Force Ones, and I don't have it. Let me see here. I got to see what the other.
Say Gen Alpha.
Well, Gen Z and Gen Alpha.
Oh no,
they're not fans of Air Force Ones, allegedly. Now you're a Gen Z guy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let you jump in on that subject as well.
Yeah.
I was like, really? I know everybody, when you age, you're like, well, this is what we did. But I want to make sure we're hitting that right. Sky Zone has new hours. Just wait until you hear what Sky Zone in Baldwin's doing after the melee that happened there last week where a gunshot was heard. There was one. So they've got some new hours. My, oh my, we'll give you the update on Sky Zone as well. Also, the best pizza chain, according to U.S. Family and Travel, in every state that's not a chain. And the selection in St. Louis, I'd never heard of. And I'm not trying to hate on anybody. I love to promote St. Louis. I haven't had it, so I can't say whether I like it or not. But I'll throw my favorite St. Louis pizza out there. That's not a chain as well. So as you can see, we are packed. We got lots of things going on. Like, subscribe, share the show, jump on in. We're ready to do all of that as well. Okay. It's November 7th. Happy Friday, St. Louis. The time is 6:20. Producer Rise alongside. I'm Vic Faust. Real quick, we'll jump into it just because it's Friday, and we'll continue it on throughout the show as well. But the Blues last night looked really good. They get a shutout win. The final score was 3-0. Joel Hofer, Jordan Bennington's backup goalie, made the start. And he got his third NHL shutout. He was the star of the game. And that's what you need when you go on the road. That's what you need when you need to start a win streak up. That's when you need when you're a cellar dweller and you're last in the entire Western Conference, last in the entire league in points. And that's where the Blues were before they came into last night's game. Hofer was outstanding. A+. Shutout, 28 saves, lots of saves early, and the game-changing play came. The hockey game-changing play. Blues are down a man trying to kill off the penalty. Hofer makes an incredible save. It should have been 1-0 Buffalo, or could have been. And then a short time later, what do you know? Matthew Joseph steals a puck on the same power play that they were trying to kill off, sprints the ice, scores shorthanded, and the rest was history. That's what they had. And I love Jim Montgomery held a mandatory morning skate prior to playing the second game of a back-to-back skate. He wasn't playing around. And then he scratched Jordan Kyrou for the game last night. A healthy scratch, first one for Jordan, sending a clear message. You may be one of our highest paid players. You may have a lot of talent, but whatever you're doing is not working. We're going to go a different route. And maybe he used Jordan as the sacrifice to try to send a message to everyone. And sometimes that happens. And you know what? They responded. Ironically, Matthew Joseph, who scored the goal, the game-changing play, in my humble opinion, was a healthy scratch the night before. I'm sure Kyrou will be back in the lineup tomorrow night because the Blues come back home. Home game, chance to see the Blues tomorrow night against the Seattle Kraken. And going to a Blues game on a Saturday night when the hype is this big is really, really fun. It's good. It's good stuff. So love that. Love it. So now it sets up tomorrow where the Blues have a chance to have their first 2-game winning streak of the season. They're 15 games in. They're just 2-6-2 in their last 10 games. So now it's time to see what this team can do. The other thing that was good about last night's game is the Sabres going into last night's game were 3-0-4. They had a 7-game point streak going, and then the Blues made them look very mundane. So it's fun. Loved watching it. Exactly what the Blues needed to do last night. Hofer, once again, 28 saves. Matthew Joseph, thank you for your play last night. It really helped seal the deal when it comes to where the Blues are. And of course, we get lots of Blues hockey in this winter Olympic schedule that they're playing right now. They're playing almost every other day to get those games in because they have a 2-week break coming up later on this winter. So when we see these things happening, just absolutely love it. And then it also gives you a standpoint of where the Blues are because they pick up those points last night in the Western Conference. They've left a lot out there, so now it's time to pick up those points. The Blues get the win. They're still in last place in their own division, just by a point. But those 2 points were so important. They're still in second to last place in the entire Western Conference. Only the Calgary Flames have fewer points, but it was a win. And you have to start somewhere. Now, the key thing tomorrow night with the Blues coming back home is the fact that They have not been good at home. They need to get some wins at home. The fans need to see some wins at home. The Blues just 2-4-2 at Enterprise. And we know how good of a home environment it is at Enterprise. So that's next on the list. Get a win at home. You're 15 games into the season. It has not been a good start. Let's change things. Let's get this rocking and rolling. Let's make sure that we do what we need to do. And of course, the crowd will be there. A lot of people still like to, Seattle's been around now. It's not their first year, but I do know that people like to go Seattle. It's a new team. Producer Rye likes the Kraken. I love their mascot. I love their unis. I love their name.
Yeah, it's a cool name. Kraken.
Yeah, and they've gotten off to a good start too. They're 6-3-4. They have 16 points, and they've only played 13 games. They have 16 points and have played 2 less games than the Blues. So people starting to figure out who they are, what they are, the teams, and so forth. That's why I'm excited. Will Jordan Kyrou be back in the lineup? Will Jordan Bennington, who will probably get the start, will he be at his best tomorrow night? Hofer got off to a terrible start to the season. One of the worst goalies, in the league. And then last night, he looked like one of the best goalies. The Hofer that we're used to seeing give the Blues an opportunity to do everything it is that they're doing this year. So if you want to jump in on the Blues, you can do that. We'll talk them. Anything else that you guys want to get into, jump in on the show. 6:27 on a Friday morning. We also like you to tell us your plans for the weekend. We always like to have people promote where they're going, what they're doing. Promote your local watering hole, the places you go, any plans. It always gives people an idea of maybe other things to do, or what events do you have going on in your community. The weather should be okay, at least till Sunday. Tomorrow looks pretty nice. You've got today and tomorrow to get out and do some of those things as well. So as always, like, subscribe, share the show. Jump in at Arch City Now on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Once again, that's X, Facebook, and YouTube. If you want to give us a call, you can do that as well. The phone number, 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. When we come back, we'll continue to promote the Mizzou game tomorrow. We'll get into that, SLU basketball. This Albert Pujols lawsuit is fascinating to me. He's literally suing the San Diego Padres for about $22 million because of what they did to him on his interview. I'd never heard anything like that before. Plus, we'll get into the drama, if there is drama, of Air Force Ones. Is it a dad shoe or is it not? Are Air Force Ones done? Producer Rye gives us his take from a Generation Z standpoint. He's going to buck the trend against his fellow brothers and sisters in Gen Z. I think so. I hope so. We'll see.
Yeah, you guys got to find out.
Yeah, we'll do that after the break. We are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. It's Friday, people. We're here. We're waking up St. Louis as we do every Friday, every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Jumping on the show if you want to. The sun is coming up, so to speak. Ready for a great Friday and a better weekend. We are Arch City Now. That's producer Ryan, Vic Faust. We'll be back with more right after this. Morning, St. Louis. Happy Friday, November 7th. About 6:35 is the time. What's happening in your neck of the woods? What's going on throughout the St. Louis Metro today? Jump in the show. Let us know. We appreciate it when you talk with us. You can do so at 855-282-8255. That's 855-282-8255. You can also jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube at Arch City Now. X, Facebook, and YouTube at Arch City Now. Jump in on the show, let us know, say hi, say happy Friday, good morning, whatever. We'll get that information out there for you as well. If you want to promote anything, we do that. We love it when you do that as well. Okay, I'll get to the Albert Pujols stuff in a second, but I did want to get into this really quick. It is a Friday. It's kind of a free-for-all thing. We got the sports that we're talking about. Blues win last night. Mizzou football tomorrow, 2:30. ABC game against number 3 Texas A&M. Mizzou 22 in the postseason / tournament bracket rankings, a little bit better rankings when it comes to the AP. Big game Mizzou basketball plays tonight. The Broncos won last night in an ugly game against the Raiders, 10-7. We can talk more about that a little bit later. But here's the one thing when it comes to the Albert Pujols situation. I talked about it. There was a report that he was allegedly suing the Padres. So I'll be curious to see if that's true. I saw a report where he was suing or considering suing the Padres for $22 million. And I'm like, huh? What? That because of what happened to him on his interview. The Padres did not choose Albert Pujols as their manager. He was thought that he was going to get the job. It was widely thought that he would get the job. Instead, the Padres tabbed former reliever Craig Stammen as their next manager. And it may be a whole reboot for that organization. So it is interesting about what happened on this whole situation because Albert Pujols, and it was reported by Bob Nightingale that Pujols went through, or if you want to say, and I don't know what is too much and what isn't, subjected to a 9.5-hour interview for his second interview that covered lunch, breakfast, and dinner. I mean, if you're there and they keep you for 9.5 hours, I pretty much, you think that you're the guy. Instead, the Padres went a different direction. They signed Stammen to a 3-year managerial deal. And it would be interesting because Pujols was loved by some of the best players with the Padres.
Yeah, they must have wine and dined the other dude for 12 hours then.
Or, well, it makes you wonder what happened, what was going on with that whole situation. Because Albert, you go through, I mean, they already had a drama-filled situation in Mike Schilt, who allegedly was the meanest guy to everybody around, which brought up more information about why he was released by St. Louis.
Yeah, I heard something about that. I just didn't want to say nothing because I heard it, Yeah.
So they pass on Pujols. And maybe it's a sign to their players, their staff, the front office that things are going to change here in San Diego. Okay, they're allowed to choose who they want. You're allowed to hire who you want. But a 9.5-hour interview for your set, is that? I had never heard of such a thing. Maybe, maybe that's called due diligence. I don't know. Has anybody ever had or heard of anything of a 9.5-hour interview? And the other situation when you've got that is, okay, all right, we see what you're saying. Did that cost him the job? 9.5-hour interview. Is it too much? If indeed, if the reports were correct or true or some of those things, and I cannot verify at this point in time, could you really sue for something like that? I don't know. I'm just going 9.5-hour interview. So Pujols didn't get the other job he was interviewing for. Then that was out in LA with the Angels. Then he didn't get the Padres job. Albert wants to be a manager. There is absolutely no doubt. 100%. And I think he will be. I don't know what happened in San Diego, but maybe it's for a reason. You ever have that thing in life? You want it so bad and you think it'd be so good, and then you don't get it, but then another door opens up eventually. It happens. It happens in life. Those things do occur. I'm just curious what the heck happened where they would keep Albert Pujols for 9 hours. 9 hours. And 9.5 hours, as a matter of fact. And then not hire him. And I think it shocked all of San Diego as well. So general managers, front offices get paid a lot of money to make decisions like this. So now they'll see what they get done. See if it works with their players. See if it helps get San Diego over the hump in the playoffs, something that they couldn't do. They've got a good lineup. They've got good people. They've got good lineup there. They've got some talent. Certainly a lot more in St. Louis. And then what does it mean for a guy like Pujols and where he might end up? And of course, we love Albert Pujols in St. Louis. But also, it's like I'd hate to see Albert Pujols be a manager in St. Louis at some point in time and then it not go well. Because it can kind of, tear off some of that luster. It lose a little bit of the luster.
I still would love Albert Pujols.
Yeah, so would I. Who am I kidding?
Even if we went, even if we went 500 like we've been doing the last 5 years, I wouldn't even blame him.
Told you. Yep, I know. I get it.
To go see him every day.
July 20th, 2004, 5 for 5, 3 home runs. Albert Pujols, Wrigley Field. My son was born. I almost named my son his middle name Albert on his birthday. I literally sat in St. Louis at a birthing center waiting for my son, my firstborn, and Albert Pujols did his thing. And I was like, okay.
I was a year and a month years old.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
I was like 13 months old.
Go, Albert. This is Art City Now. That's producer Ryan, Vic Faust. 6:42 on a Friday, November 7th. We cover everything here. Get you going. Sports, news, water cooler talk, headlines. One of the talking topics, I saw it come down. And this is, it's not just St. Louis. It's all across the country. And this is where I get producer Ryan involved. I've never been a shoe guy. I'm just trying to keep my damn shoes clean right now for the first time in my life. I was told I cannot get white shoes because if I get white shoes, all I do is get them dirty.
Who told you that?
Some of my friends.
Oh.
And I really do. But when I drive my cars, the fronts of them I have long feet. So I have 14s.
Whoa.
And it's like 13, 14, but it's 14. So my feet are long. But I'm telling you, well, you're taller now. You're like 6'4".
Dude,
I'm like 6'1", 6'2".
Size 12s.
Okay.
And
you know what?
Did just get some 13s. Though.
But what's interesting? Body makeups. I've got a son that's he's close to 6'3", my senior in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got tiny feet like his mom. Like he wears like 10s.
10s, yeah.
And I'm like, how do you even run so fast? How do you balance yourself being 6'3" with 10s?
I don't know.
I know, tall, long, and he's got small, and he's shorter hands, like smaller hands. And I'm like, what the hell? It's like, how does that happen? It's like he got his mom in some places and his dad in others. Anyway, when you have longer feet, when you get in cars and you're driving, you hit things with the top of your feet. This may sound stupid to people, but anybody that have big feet, long feet, you understand what I'm saying. And it's easier to hit things too. And it doesn't mean you're not graceful. Just to get bigger feet, they're going to bounce into things.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't know what I do when I have like big feet and I'm
big
wearing white
feet
shoes.
problems.
And I'm wearing white shoes. Like when I had my forces, I would wear like slides while I would drive.
Okay. So you've been there. You get it.
Yeah. I would keep them clean. Yeah.
Okay. We got it. So anyway, not being a shoe guy, Air Force Ones. Is it the most iconic brand of all time? Am I going overboard and saying that?
I don't think it. I don't know. If
How would you describe it, my young 22-year-old partner?
I think it's iconic, but I think Air Force Ones are just. It's just a staple. Like Air Force Ones are literally just that shoe. Like you can wear You can wear Forces with anything.
Well, you're Gen Z,
so yeah.
Well, Gen Z and Gen Alpha allegedly are now claiming the Nike Air Force One is a dad shoe.
Like,
what do you say? What do you think? Because the Nike Air Force One is now getting roasted on TikTok by younger Gen Z users, calling it basic, boring, and a full-on dad shoe.
Well, I don't listen to anybody under the age of 16. So, like, I feel like
what is the cutoff age for Gen Z?
I don't even know. I just know, like, if you're in Gen Z and you're 16 or 15, no, 16, you may have like some type of style, but 15 and under, you're just following every single thing you see on TikTok.
But here you go, man. I'm sorry to interrupt you. The Gen Z age is 13 to 28. It's 13.
But they're young Gen Z.
So if you're below 13, why do you even get a name? You shouldn't even have a name yet.
Yeah, like
Gen Alpha, that's what they're going to be called.
Gen Alphas they're
babies to
wild.
13.
Like they're actually wild because they'll just call you Unc and they'll say everything you wear is just old. Like, I just don't understand how you could say this shoe isn't just clean though. Like you can wear it with anything. Like anything. You can wear it with sweatpants. You can wear it with jeans. I've seen some people wear it with a suit. I would never wear it with a suit, but you can wear it with almost anything.
I'm trying to open myself up. I've never owned a pair.
Yeah.
I've never owned a pair ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's like I've had like 3 to 4 pairs of Forces in my lifetime. Cause I always keep one. When I was in college, I would keep one to wear it like when I would go to the bars or something or go to like a party and they would just be beaters. Right. And then I'd wear like ones if I'm going to somewhere like super like nice and I want to have a nice fit. And I just want to wear some Forces. I just wear those because they're clean. Like I keep, like I've only, like I know people like my friend from Chicago, my roommate. He like, I think he's worn his Forces one time and then would never wear them again. Like he wore them on his birthday and that's it.
What? And then what do you do with it?
You just keep them. Like you just have them there. Like I don't know. He's more of a shoe guy than me though. So.
Well, so you disagree with this?
Oh, I disagree 100%. I think Forces will never die out.
I agree with you. I don't think they're going to die out, but we don't decide that. The people who are buying shoes will decide that. And if that's you, if that's anybody else, it depends on the age. I mean, I know men in their 50s who are still buying them up.
Yeah.
And you get your design and you get whatever you want and you go from there. What's the best shoe out there right now? What do you think?
I don't know. I like a lot of shoes.
Okay.
So,
it's difficult to say what the best shoe is.
Yeah. Yeah. I wear different
Air
stuff.
Force Ones. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. The things that we talk about, the things that we get into.
You know what? I like Jordan 4s. I like Jordan 4s. I also like a nice little comfy shoe, Asics. Asics are really comfy.
Okay.
Even though they're like dad shoes. I love dad shoes. They're comfy.
All right.
You know,
Producer Ryan. So if they're dad shoes, you like the dad shoes.
Yeah, I like New Balances too.
Yeah, but you're an older soul too. So there you go.
But a lot of my friends wear New Balances and stuff. Like New Balances are coming back.
Really?
Yeah, New Balance. What else? Yeah, Asics. You know, you just have to have different shoes for different like areas in your day or life.
Okay, like you'd wear a couple different pairs of shoes in a day.
Yeah, I've had a day where I've worn like 3 different pairs of shoes, 4 different pairs of shoes in a day.
All right. Well, I need to up my game. It's not too late for me, is it?
No, it's never too late. It's never too late to update the wardrobe.
Okay.
That's what Shea Gilgeous-Alexander says. Never too late. He had Jimmy Fallon in a Chrome Hearts tracksuit, so it's never too late.
Yeah, but he didn't look right in the tracksuit.
He did not.
I mean, it did not work. I saw that. It did not work out, man.
it's about the swag. Nick. Like if you just have the swag with it, like if you just feel comfortable and confident when you wear it, like
No, I get it.
yeah,
I get it. You give a vibe
yeah,
as if you're supposed to be wearing what you're wearing.
mm-hmm.
And then maybe if people see you in it enough, they'll start to believe it.
Yeah.
Could you see me in a tracksuit?
Yeah, I can see you in a tracksuit.
That's right.
If you know if you know Jeremy Corey, he's on Wrestling on the Spectrum.
I got to see him.
Yeah, he's on Wrestling on the Spectrum. He also think VP at Cool Fire Studios. It's like right across the street from me, but he wears like this orange tracksuit. He's Unk, but it's like a cool Unk. You know, it's like in your age Unk.
Okay,
you know,
this is part of the vocabulary.
Yeah, like
that's one of the words I've heard you say.
What?
Describe Unk.
Like Unk.
And is Unk, is that kind of St. Louis area or is that
no,
national?
That's just national. Like,
Unk.
Like teenagers, they run with it. They call anybody over the age of 18 Unk because they think your life is over after 18 for some reason.
Unk.
But yeah.
So Unk isn't derogatory. It just means you're older.
Yeah, it just means you're older and cooler. Like I call Charlie Tuna Unk. I call him OG Unk though, because he's like an OG.
Charlie Tuna here Monday through Friday, 11 to 1, by the way, for the Charlie Tuna Posse show.
But he's a little bit more OG-ish because he's like, I'm not gonna say his age because he's like, he says he's 50. So
all right,
keep it like that. But
Donna says she wears her sneakers with her skirts. Yeah. Peter says Adidas.
I like Adidas. I like Sambas. I like Sambas. They're cool.
Zambas are still in.
Yeah, they just.
I remember getting the first pair of Zambas for indoor soccer.
Yeah,
I thought it was the coolest freaking thing ever. I got my first pair of Zambas.
Yeah, and Superstars are cool. They're all right. I wouldn't wear them, but.
All right, we're getting a little education from the shoe standpoint. I appreciate it. People jumping in on it. You can do it on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Art City Now. You can also give us a call if you want to share anything as well. The phone number 855-282-8255. It's November 7th. It's a Friday in St. Louis. Getting you started for the weekend. What kind of plans do you guys have as well? Love it when you guys get involved with us as well. Jump in, chime in, whatever from that standpoint. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us. That'll be a more lively show today with the Blues winning. Former Blue Cam Jansen, who hosts that show alongside Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes, got not one, but 2 shout-outs on the broadcast last night. 2 shout-outs.
What?
The name Cam Jansen said twice. The first time, I can't think of his name right now. He's from O'Fallon, Missouri. He's one of the hockey players for Buffalo. Forgive me for that. I feel bad. I feel really bad. He had a fight last night with Tucker. So they fought. But anyway, he gave a lot of credit. One of his heroes was Cam Jansen. I think he's kind of a tough guy. And then the second time they brought it up, somebody had a hit or a play or something. And Joey on the broadcast goes, yep, that was Cam Jansen like. So Cam getting 2 shout outs during the broadcast. He'll follow us today at 8 to 10 as he does every day, Monday through Friday. So the Blues got that win last night. One of these days, we're talking about shoes right now. So Rye, representing Gen Z, says they are not a dad shoe. Or if they are a dad shoe, there's nothing wrong with that.
They look like dad shoes, but they can't be dad shoes because they're forces.
Okay. No, I get it.
Exactly how it is.
All right. The other thing, you brought up Unk. The other word that you say that I'm going to use with my son this week when I'm at Dad's weekend, because I know he's not listening right now in Columbia, is he's going to say something. And when I agree with him, I'm going to say, bet.
Bet.
And then he's going to say, hey, Dad, you want to go to Willie's now? And I'll say, bet. Dad, you want to go to the game or you think Mizzou's going to win? Bet.
Bet.
So you say bet as if it's a green or yes.
Yeah.
Or good idea. Bet.
Good idea. Bet.
Is that a national term or is that?
I think it's national.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Why did you start saying bet as in you agree? And yes, bet.
I don't know.
Because to me, it kind of has that same 6-7 vibe.
I don't know. Because I feel like bet actually has meaning to it. 6-7 is just like 6-7. Like you're just running around saying it. But bet, it's like if somebody says something and I'm like, oh, you trying to go to Pizza Hut? Well, who goes to Pizza Hut? You trying to go to Pasta House? And I'll be like, bet. Let's go. And they'll be like, bet.
Well, I've been listening. I'm listening. I do listen. I try to pay attention. That's for sure. And we try to teach and do everything we can on the show as well. We cover a lot of things. not just straight sports, entertainment, what's happening throughout the St. Louis area. You got it. Beer, wine, food, entertainment, music, shows, whatever. Entertainment when it comes to politics. Jump in the show. Let us know what you guys got going on as well. And of course, we like to have some fun. Bet. So I've learned what bet is. Unk and Air Force Ones are not a dad shoe, according to my resident Gen Z. And I love Gen Z. I do. I've told you this before. I've talked about it in the show. For whatever reason, I just respect a lot of what I've seen from Gen Z. I've got 3 kids that are Gen Z and, 2 that are right around your age, and seeing them, seeing their friends. I do like what I see. Although I can tell you this, I've seen a little bit of a difference 5 years younger.
Oh yeah.
In the seniors in high school, because I have a senior in high school, and I see he and his friends and girlfriend, and while I still like it, it's a little different than what I see from people who are like 4 years older.
Yeah,
and maybe that's a maturity thing at that standpoint in time too, because you can mature a lot from maybe 17 to 22 or 23, or it's different. Those 5 years make up a big difference.
Yeah, I think it's the maturity thing.
There you go.
I personally think, because a lot of the things that the high schoolers do at the gym, I remember doing at the gym, but I think I was a little bit more serious though.
There you go.
They're a little bit less serious than I was.
All right. This is Arch City Now. That's producer Rye. I am Vic Faust. It's Arch City Now. You can tune in at Arch City Now on X, Facebook, and YouTube. You can also give us a call at 855-282-8255. When we come back, obviously, we'll reset the Blues. We'll preview Mizzou football, A&M tomorrow. Big deal there. Alec Burleson getting a nice award for the St. Louis Cardinals. High school football in the St. Louis area back tonight. We'll promote that as well. The America's Best Hole-in-the-Wall Restaurants. The award for Missouri came in Columbia, Missouri, and I love it. And it's a perfect hole-in-the-wall restaurant. Is there a hole wall in the restaurant in St. Louis you want to promote? Which also made me think about the best dive bars in St. Louis. You can jump in on that. We'll get into that as well. Plus, the best non-pizza chain in Missouri, according to U.S. Traveler Family, it's in St. Louis. And I'd never heard of it.
Cap. It's Super Cap.
What Super Cap?
That place is the best place, and you know what it is.
You think it is good?
No, it's cap means that they're lying.
Cat or cap? C-A-P?
Cap, yeah.
Super Cap means you're lying?
Yeah.
So I could use that with my son too.
Yeah, like if your son says something,
Dad, I'm doing a lot of studying. I'm like, man, Super Cap.
Yeah, be like, dude, you're capping.
You're capping.
Just like that.
I love it. All right. Arch City Now. We have fun here. You know what it is. Nothing too serious. Just getting you going with your days. Thanks for jumping on the show. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more Arch City Now after this. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com.
Is your brand stuck on the side?
Happy Friday. Welcome back into the show. We are live and at it from our studios in Kirkwood, Missouri, the J. Randolph Jr. Studios on Manchester Road, right next to the Pasta House. It says 590 on the building outside. Really cool patio. I've never really talked about it out here. We sit overlooking Kirkwood as we get you going on a Friday morning. Vic Faust here. Producer Rye alongside. If you want to give us a call, you can do that as well. 855-282-8255. Every day and jumping on the chat if you so desire at Facebook, X, and YouTube. Once again, that's Facebook, X, and YouTube at Arch City Now. What are your plans for the weekend? Jump in, let us know. Anything you want to promote, you can do that as well. High school football tonight. Anybody headed to the Mizzou Texas A&M football game, you can let us know about that. Also a Mizzou basketball game going on tonight as well. Your favorite shoes. People jumping in on shoes. We talked about that. Also, one of the things that we've talked about is the Blues, and we'll get back more into the Blues after they took care of business last night. 3-0 shutout win. Hofer, 28 saves, looked really good. Blues take the day off today. They're back home before hosting the Kraken tomorrow night. There's all kinds of polling that's out there. All kinds of stories when it comes to what's the best this, what's the best that. Well, one of those studies that came out was promoting the best pizza, non-pizza in the state of Missouri. And I was like, okay, let's check this out. And then I started looking to see what we had and where it was going and who was actually getting the nod. So what they did, the group that did this pizza study that they put together by Family Vacation US, St. Louis, the best pizza, according to that study, non-chain, so you can't vote for Emos or any other chain, was a place, and forgive me because I had never heard of it before, Pizza Head. Have you heard of Pizza Head before, Rye?
Yes, I have. I've heard of Pizza Hut. I'm pretty sure that it's on the south side. I'm not sure.
Well,
there may be another location now, but I remember back in the day it was on the south side. So, but
the paragraph reads, Pizza Hut in St. Louis offers a punk-themed twist on the traditional pizzeria experience. Known for their large New York-style pizzas, it's a hit with those looking for a unique dining experience. Now, I was in South Carolina this last summer, and I was taken to a pizza place that was the best pizza I'd had, and it was a New York style. I'm just telling you, it blew me away. In Myrtle Beach, New Yorkers that moved down there. Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, that picture. I wish I could show that picture. I did not know that picture would pop up. But imagine a pizza that has a different flavor / topping on every one of the 8 pieces that are a part of it. That's Pizza Hut. But so it's New York style, but that doesn't look like the New York style pizza I had.
That's what I'm saying.
Not even close.
Like, it's cool. Like, I've had the meat lovers one before. I've had I think I've had pepperoni, and that's it. Like, you can get it by the slice too.
Would you call it the best non-chain pizza in St. Louis?
No, well,
and everybody, and I've always said food, music, and wait a minute, food. What am I thinking about when it comes to
clothing?
Yeah, clothing. You could do. It's all in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, it's all subjective.
It's all subjective to the person. It's like I could love this food, you could hate it. You could love this. I got music the same way, clothing the same way. So they'll go on to say the edgy setting, complete with punk rock music and a vibrant decor, sets it apart from the usual pizza joint. So each pizza is crafted, they say, with care, offering a delicious taste of rebellion. So maybe they're saying it too because they have, it's the whole vibe.
Aesthetic, yeah.
Did you know that Pizza Head often also hosts local bands, making it a go-to spot for both great pizza and live music? I didn't know it. I need to be educated, and I love it.
Yeah, it's a cool little spot. It's just, well, is Dewey's considered a chain, though? Is Dewey's considered a chain?
Yes.
Dang.
Yes.
See, that's my favorite spot in St. Louis.
Yes, I would call Dewey's a chain, no doubt about it.
Dang. Then, well, I think they got rid of Pie too, right? Pie isn't a pizza place anymore.
Yeah, that's gone.
Yeah, Pie's been gone.
Yep, Pie is gone, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Then
okay. Maybe it is. I don't know.
But anyway, I'd never heard of Pizza Head. But if I'm going to say that since I hadn't had it, then I'm certainly going to push out my favorite that I have had, non-chain pizza. And it's in the Maryland Heights area. You can actually see it the back of it when you're driving on 270, right near 70. It's on the west side of 270. Let's say you're driving south and you're headed north. Let's say you're driving past Maryland Heights. Mm-hmm. You're coming up to the interchange at Highway 70. You look over to your left, and there sits a glorious, incredible place shining from the mountaintop called Sarah's Pizza.
Oh, I got to try that.
If you're in the wood, been there for decades upon decades upon decades. I still remember the first piece of Sarah's Pizza going into my mouth as a fourth grader, going, where have you been my entire long 10 years of life? This is the most incredible pizza I've ever had. Oh, so Sarah's, I give a shout out to Sarah's, which is absolutely amazing.
Well, I know what I'm trying this weekend for my cheat meal. If it's like that, Vic.
And then if you're ever in the Chesterfield area, go by Winty's.
Oh, yeah. I haven't even had Winty's pizza, but I smelled it when I was there with you. And I was like, yeah, I know.
In the Chesterfield Valley, right near, if people are right on Chesterfield Airport Road, right near the new concert venue called Gateway. It's an amazing place as well. So you can check that out. If anybody else wants to throw anything out there when it comes to best pizza, non-chain in the St. Louis area, we will certainly take that from you right now, letting us know what you guys feel, what you guys think is the best from that standpoint. Love it when people get involved and, of course, give their opinions because, once again, it's so subjective. Food is so subjective. There's no right. There's no wrong. People agree or they disagree. And that's what we love it when people get involved and kind of give their opinions from that standpoint. So obviously in the St. Louis area, we'll take your ideas and anything that you guys want to say from that standpoint. 7:13 on a Friday morning, November 7th. The sun is up now. We're rocking and rolling here. Producer Ryan, myself, Vic Faust. This is Arch City Now. As we were talking about some of those ideas. Now, when it comes to food, we continue on real quick. The best dive bar in every state or the best dive restaurant. Okay. So here we are with the best dive restaurant. What is the best dive restaurant in the St. Louis area? There are several. This is from Love Food, by the way. They named one in every state. The best alleged dive restaurant in the state of Missouri, in the Show Me State, comes to us from Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers, none other than the Broadway Diner. And I know you have never been to the Broadway Diner. Mm-mm. Famous for the stretches.
Stretches.
That's called a stretch. You can look it up since you're a foodie. Scrambled eggs, chili, and all kinds of toppings. It's legendary, serving classics like biscuits smothered in their rich, creamy gravy, which are absolutely amazing. I won't eat the stretches anymore, but I will definitely eat the biscuits smothered with that gravy.
Is white gravy?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But their signature breakfast is called the stretch. So let me give it to you. There it is. It looks bad. The look on your face.
It looks like a good, it looks like a nice hangover, though.
Okay. Oh, or it's great. It's great for those, yeah. Allegedly. I'm told. A generous serving of scrambled eggs, chili, onions, cheese, and hash browns. So the interior, it's classic diner style. red booths, pink and blue tabletops, and a long counter lined with leather cushioned stools. The only problem is you wish it was a bigger place late at night or early in the morning so that you could get in. And there you go, my friend. The next time you're in Columbia, Missouri, you need to try out the stretch. And it is so good.
I'll try it for sure.
But that gets the dibs as being the #1 dive restaurant in the state of Missouri, right there in Columbia, Missouri, the Broadway Diner.
Is this mac and cheese on a sandwich though?
I have no idea.
Like,
If you're finding it there, there's probably a good chance that it's happening, right?
because I'm not gonna lie, the Iowa State Fair in Des Moines,
Never been.
it for a foodie, it's insane. They have what was it? It was so much fried and deep fried stuff. I had a rib wrapped in bacon.
Okay.
I had a brisket, mac and cheese, grilled cheese.
Okay.
Oh, it changed my life.
There you go. You got something good out of Iowa.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
7:16. This is Arch City Now. It's November 7th. That's producer Rye. Vic Faust here. Appreciate when you guys jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. As we continue to cover so many stories today. I want to get into this because we were doing some of the fun stories, but more of the news headlines too. And we'll show you this video from Sky Zone. You remember what happened last weekend. It was a melee. There was a gunshot fired outside. There was a disturbance. Allegedly 60 to 70 teenagers. And it was just a really bad scene, as we'll show you some of the video of that. So Sky Zone shut their doors that night because they said there was nothing sanctioned, no big party. People all just decided to show up at once. That's what Sky Zone says. The Baldwin Police Department was called to the Sky Zone last Saturday night regarding a, quote, large crowd at an oversold event. At the time of the event, officials say it had to shut its doors and turn people away. As they said, the business reached capacity. But people said they had tickets that had already been sold. Sky Zone says that's not true. So whatever the case, they made a statement. And now what they're going to do is tonight and tomorrow night, Sky Zone Baldwin, right there on Manchester Road, is going to close its doors at 7 p.m. 7, not 6, 7. Sky Zone has also announced that it will temporarily suspend the Glow program, which is located at Baldwin Park. I don't know what the Glow program is, but I mean, I guess.
I think it's glow in the dark bouncing.
Yeah, I was assuming it was glow in the dark. And what do you do at Sky Zone? You jump, you bounce, some of those things. So Sky Zone did give out a comment, so to speak, a statement on what they're doing and why. Quote, as a brand dedicated to creating safe, positive experiences, we take this matter seriously and are working with our park management teams and franchise owners to review and enhance safety protocols across all parks. That's what Sky Zone wrote. So Sky Zone dealing with their situation. Okay, we got it. That's what they're trying to do. Wasn't a great headline for St. Louis. But you know what? It is what it is. And we give the headlines. We talk about some of those things that are going on during this time of the show each day. So can't we all just play at Sky Zone and have fun? Hey, there was an election Tuesday, by the way, and I thought this was interesting in Rockwood. Rockwood is a very well-to-do school district. There's a lot of money in that area. I'm just saying what it is. There's a lot of wealth in that area. Well, they had a proposition on the ballot to increase teachers' pay, and it failed by just under 500 votes.
It's insane.
It was a ballot measure to increase teacher and staff salaries at Rockwood School District. I know somebody who lives in Rockwood School District, and he was thrilled. But guess what? He doesn't have any kids. So you don't need any more of my money. You don't need more of my money. So Proposition S, what it would have done, it would have added a 45-cent levy to property taxes for those living in the Rockwood School District. And it was all designed to raise teacher and staff salaries. So Rockwood's now coming out trying to say, hey, listen, we're still a great school district. Well, they're hoping to remain competitive. But what's interesting, let's compare their salaries to other school districts around the area. So according to the state data, the average teacher salary in Rockwood right now is just over $69,000 a year for a teacher. And you think, and I'm telling you, all the teachers I know in the education that goes to becoming a teacher, it's a lot. It is a lot. And what do we need? We need teachers. And the Rockwood School District, once again, I'm telling you, it's a wealthier school district. It is. So this was obviously 500 votes decided yes or no. So they make just over $69,000 a year. The Parkway School District, teachers in Parkway earn over $75,000 a year. So if you're a top-notch teacher, are you going to want to go down the road and make about $6,000 more a year? What do they make over in Francis Howell? The teachers over in the Francis Howell School District make $65,000 a year. And, you know, you've got 3 months off during the summer where you can do other things, but some people need the break, or you can do another job, another business. So they say, well, you can make more money. Well, regardless, that's a whole nother topic. And then teachers in St. Louis public schools make more, just a little bit over $54,000 a year. So the difference between St. Louis public schools and Parkway schools is over $20,000 a year. And you're getting the same degrees. It's just like when it comes to police. You want to police, they've had a massive issue in St. Louis City getting police officers when you can't compensate equally as you can in the county and other places. It just is what it is. Same thing when it comes to St. Louis public schools. And I said it's another problem. Money does help. Money makes things better. St. Louis public schools just failed again, or the accreditation of the schools are very, very low. Better than last year, but still very low.
Yeah, like you said about the police, like why as a police officer, why would I want to choose to work in the city when I get paid less and I'd probably have to deal with more than working in a smaller rural or the county and get paid more? You know,
couldn't have said it better myself.
Even with public schools, why would I want to go to a St. Louis public school when I can try to go to another school in another district or do something like that? I don't know how the schooling works, but yeah.
But you find out what people care about in these communities really fast too.
Yeah, you do.
You know, so Rockwood was split right down the middle. You see where ballot measures pass, and then you see where it goes from it. Melville, they weren't taking any more money from the Melville school district residents, but they were redistributing money from where they're taxed to the school, and it passed overwhelmingly. So had there been a situation like that in Rockwood, maybe that would have passed, but this one didn't. And I was surprised to see that. But it is what it is. And, you know, we just cover those stories, and, you know, you find out how people want to cover things when it goes to where they're going. This is Art City Now. That's producer Rye. I'm Vic Faust. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m., bringing you all that is rolling. I needed to get this in here too, because we are packed in our final segment as we do a recap and do more things. But it's a high school football Friday throughout the St. Louis area. Ladou's at Hazelwood East tonight. You've got Troy Buchanan at St. Dominic. St. Dominic undefeated, by the way. You've got Webster Groves playing over at Central. I mean, there's a lot of teams in action tonight. SLU is playing at Lafayette. That's another big game. Fort Zumwalt West at Liberty. Kirkwood is hosting Rolla. I mean, and I'm just going down the list. Vianney's hosting Westminster. You start to see Parkway West out at North Point. And then you've got Parkway North hosting Holt. Another big game. Eureka hosting Rockwood Summit. Big rivalry there. A 7-2 Eureka team hosting an 8-2 Rockwood Summit team. Chaminade and Cardinal Ritter. You've got Pattonville.
Football?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
You've got Pattonville. Oh, that's going to get ugly.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be. I just think that's going to get ugly. Pattonville hosting Hazelwood West. Fort Zumwalt North hosting Timberland. CBC hosting. They're 9-0 hosting DeSmet. Down year for DeSmet, just 6-4.
Very down here.
Yeah, so that's not. Some school called St. Mary's is hosting Jennings.
Yeah.
Just
You're talking about some school that has 2 Missouri Tigers.
Yep, St. Jen. St. Jen hosting Live for Life. Hazelwood Central is hosting Rittner, and Festus hosting Hillsborough. So a lot of action out there tonight from a high school football standpoint. If you want to give a shout out to any of those schools, feel free. Big high school football night, though, as we were talking about. And, of course, we'll see what else is going on for your weekend. Love it when you guys are jumping in, letting us know what you've got plans for the weekend. You wanted to promote anything from a charitable standpoint, events going on, a business, a bar, whatever it is. This is all about St. Louis, bringing it to you live Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Glad you were with us each and every day. Okay, when we come back, we'll hit the Blues again. We'll promote this Mizzou football game that's going on tomorrow, Alec Burleson's award, which is big. If you guys want to jump back in when it comes to the best dive bar in the St. Louis area, best dive restaurant, maybe best pizza that is not a chain pizza. Those things we're talking about as well. Also, our Air Force One's a dad shoe now. We hit it. We'll let you guys tell us from that standpoint. Plus, the NFL action from last night, which was absolutely dreadful. Lots going on.
It was that Cleveland and Jets game, right?
No, it was the Broncos hosting the Raiders. They won 10-7.
Oh, yeah.
And it was as ugly football as you can imagine.
Yeah. I knew it was something bad this week for some reason.
Yep. You know it. You can give us a call if you want to, 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. You can also stream us and jump in on the chat at X, Facebook, and YouTube, all at Arch City Now. We'll be back with more after this. We are your Lou Information Station, live and on demand at louinfo.com. Well, hello. Welcome back into the show. 7:33 is the time on a Friday, November 7th. This is Art City Now. I'm Vic Faust, producer Ryan alongside as well. So many topics we covered already today. We take you to about 7:57 before Hot Take Central 2.0 takes over the show. The former Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. Cam Jansen just walked in. He got 2 shout-outs during the broadcast last night. Must be nice. Respected by the younger players, and of course, getting Joey talking about him on the show. Still has to feel good being a former player. And of course, Cam all about the Blues, and they'll talk more about a wonderful night for St. Louis. What a dominant performance. Dare I say, they finally won. They had lost 8 of 9 games, but last night, Joel Hofer, backup goalie, 28 saves, 3rd NHL shutout. Absolutely outstanding. The Blues got a shorthanded goal and 2 assists for Matthew Joseph, who, by the way, the night before was a healthy scratch. That was a lot of drama going into last night's game because Mr. Jordan Kyrou was a healthy scratch for the first time in recent memory, and that was something that sent a message to the team. It worked well. Jim Montgomery's Blues looked very good. They win 3-0. They snapped the 8 of 9 losing streak. So now they have a new win streak. They got the day off. They're back in town. They host the Kraken tomorrow night at Enterprise. And they really need to get a victory for the fans. Fans only have 2 wins so far this season at home. So it's an opportunity for the Blues to really do some things. Right besides, you're talking about a team that won last night, looked good winning, but they still have the fewest points of anybody in the Western Conference. So their work is cut out for them. It's not like they're way back. But yeah, they need to get something done. Always a great time at a Blues game at Enterprise on a Saturday night as we are in November, and you need to pick up some points. Be nice to see the Blues be able to build upon what they did last night. And of course, Jordan Kyrou, more than likely getting back into the lineup, but Matthew Joseph, can't take him out. Really good night. And of course, his shorthanded goal turned the tide of the game. Best play of the night. Took the puck away from an offensive guy while you're shorthanded, just trying to kill a penalty. You race down the ice and beat the goalie to give the Blues a 1-0 lead. And that followed just a short time before that on the power play, a terrific save by Joel Hofer. And the next thing you know, the Blues are winning 3-0, and they're coming back home feeling a much better sense of relief after not looking so good the night before. So go get them, St. Louis. That'll be tomorrow night. And of course, if you're going to the game, have a bunch of fun. Speaking of games, hadn't talked about it yet today. The MIZZOU Tigers in action in Columbia tomorrow, taking on hosting number 3 Texas A&M. 2:30 start, and they welcome in the number 3 team in the country. Missouri's still a 6.5-point underdog, so it has stayed at that line pretty much all week. There haven't been any really ups and downs and movement to that game. Freshman Matt Zollers making his first start. He's had 2 weeks to get ready. Texas A&M's incredible defense has had 2 weeks to prepare for him, and really no pressure for Missouri. There really isn't. That's why I hope they come out with an incredible game plan, open it up. Your defense is already top notch. You had a lot of time to create and prepare. And there is a reason why these coordinators make over $1 million a year. It is their job to put these players in the best situation as possible. And I don't care who your players are. It is time for the Missouri offensive coordinator to show his worth tomorrow. Show your worth. Show you are cut out for this job, because it has not been a great season for you calling plays, in my humble opinion. However, now you got a thrower. You got a passer. I don't care if he's young. He's got an electric arm. He may not make the best decisions in the world, so that's up to you to put him in the best position possible. What Missouri will do, I have no idea. Would I be surprised if they win? Yeah, of course I will. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible with the defense that they have. You catch a break here, you catch a break there. Texas A&M's best linebacker is out. They're on to their second string running back, but it's not like it used to be, people, where there's a big drop off. In the day and age of NIL, you're stockpiled, and you're stockpiled at Texas A&M as well. So 2:30 start tomorrow. I'll be there. I'm looking forward to that. And by the way, if you didn't know, we also do the Mizzou postgame show following every football game on STLSportsCentral.com. Once again, that's STLSportsCentral.com. Chris Pelican, myself, and the color voice of the Missouri Tiger football team. That is Howard Richards. So we break down the game for, it just depends, 45 minutes to an hour after every game. We certainly hope that it will be an exciting one. I'll be live in Columbia tomorrow doing that. Looking forward to joining you guys. So jump in on the show afterwards if you want to do that as well. You can jump in, obviously, at STLSportsCentral.com with your take on the game. Once again, I have no idea what to expect from the game. I know I'm just not nervous going into it like I was with the Alabama game and or the Vanderbilt game. Speaking of Mizzou, the basketball team hosts SEMO tonight, and then they host VMI on Sunday. So there's some basketball action there with Missouri Tigers. SLU, by the way, last night looked good, even though the coach was not happy how they finished the game, but they had a 108-86 victory. They put up 108 points last night against Chicago State. And Ishan Sharma had 16 points off the bench. Good team, deep team. Robbie Avila, Kellen Thames they each had 15 points. Quentin Jones had 10 of his 14 points in the second half. So SLU looking good to start the season, 2-0. And you certainly want to see more from them coming on as well. NFL action last night, the Broncos beat the Raiders in one of the worst football games, offensive games I have seen. 10-7 was the final. I guess the takeaway for this area is the fact that there's so many darn Chiefs fans, whether you're Chiefs fans or not. You're talking now about the Broncos, who are, believe it or not, they may not look like it, but the Broncos, and they haven't had the most difficult schedule, are a team right now that's 8-2. The Broncos are 8-2 in the AFC. That's the best record in the AFC, the Denver freaking Broncos. And they're 5-0 at home. That's also key. They're also 5-2 in the conference. So second place right now are the Chargers. They're at 6-3, but they've already beat the Chiefs. So essentially they have a 2-game lead over the Chiefs. Then you have the Chiefs in a distant third place, 5-4. If the playoffs started today, they would not be in. And who do the Chiefs play this week? Well, they have a tough game. The Chiefs, or at least we think it's a tough game. It all depends on Daniel Jones. When the real Daniel Jones, please stand up, please stand up. He had several turnovers last weekend. But now you've got the Chiefs going to take on the Broncos next week. Chiefs and Broncos, what a game that should be. You've also got, so the Chiefs have the weekend off. The Chiefs have their bye, and then they take on the Broncos. And then they have the Colts the week after that. So it doesn't get any easier for the Chiefs coming up the next 2 weeks. And Chiefs fans are like, okay, we'll see what we can do out of this. Could you imagine a playoffs without the Chiefs? No.
It'd be so
No
weird.
way. There's no way that NFL script would allow that.
Personally, that would actually
Not with
hurt.
Patrick Mahomes still.
Yeah, that would hurt Pat Mahomes' legacy low key. Because has
maybe.
Tom Brady ever not made the playoffs unless he was just hurt?
Well, he was hurt.
Yeah, that don't count.
Yeah, well, I know. That's a good point.
Yeah.
It is a good point.
Didn't they make it when he got hurt with Castle too?
Yeah, but they have an opportunity
Yeah, that's the guy.
to rest for a week, and then but they got the Broncos, and the Broncos at Denver. So the Broncos played a Thursday night game, so they've got time to prepare and time to rest and heal, and so do the Chiefs.
Don't they play Indy or
No, that's the following week.
yeah, following
They play Indy the following week. So
Indy just got Sauce Gardner too.
yeah, and they picked him up in a trade.
Yeah.
I know, and it gave him a little time to see what they're going to be able to do as well.
Imagine going to sleep like 1-7 or whatever he was, then waking up 7-2.
Good point. By the way, Illinois football, they're 6-3. They host Maryland tomorrow at 2:30. I know people are excited about that as well. Also, from a sports standpoint, wanted to make sure that we promoted and got that out there. But congratulations to Alec Burleson from the Cardinals. He won the 2025 NL Silver Slugger Award for a utility player. You had Silver Slugger Awards won by Arenado and Goldschmidt, I think back in 2022. So it's the first Cardinal to win one of these. So congrats to him. He had a noteworthy season, hit 18 home runs, had a 290 batting average, had a 459 slugging percentage, and an 801 on base percentage. So he had an ability. He contributed to multiple positions this year. And, he's got a pretty good reputation. He puts the bat on the ball, and he was a valuable asset to the Cardinals. Congrats to him. Maybe they'll be talking about him on Hot Take Central 2.0 coming up as well. But nice award for him that we like to promote. Continuing the sports news that we had for today, Albert Pujols was bypassed by the San Diego Padres, and word has come out that he had a 9.5-hour second interview that he was allegedly not happy about. 9.5 hours for an interview. And he didn't get the job. So they went with another guy and one of their former relievers. And I think that it shocked the baseball world, because most people just figured that Albert would get the job over their former reliever, Craig Stammen. But Craig Stammen's going to be the next manager with the Padres. It's not Albert, who also had a lot of respect from the current stars on that team. What kind of message are they trying to send to the team, the players? Not sure, but Albert not happy. Albert doesn't look like he'll be a manager next year, at least at this point in time, but he's made it clear interviewing that he wants to be.
Yeah, and I think Albert would be a good manager.
Yeah, we don't know until we see him do it. But a lot of the time, too, it's, you got to have some horses. Mm-hmm. You got to have some talent. You've got to have pitching. And I think I see that a lot when it comes to baseball.
Yeah, I don't want him with the Cardinals right now, though. I want the Cardinals to actually have a roster to where it would
no kidding,
not just be Albert coming in and then they're just throwing him under the bus.
No, mm-hmm. No, it makes sense.
Yeah, it
does. So whatever the case, that's what you have going on when it comes to that. Other, you'll be able to see some of the other big games tomorrow when it comes to college football. We were talking about the situation with Illinois, Rutgers at Illinois, of course, Mizzou with the big game, number 3, Texas A&M. What thought was going to be a good game, Indiana Penn State is now so you look at that and you're like, okay. BYU's at Texas Tech tomorrow.
I think that's going to be the
7 versus 8 matchup, which will be very, very, very interesting. But there aren't a lot of just really big time games. Oregon plays at 2:30 as well at Iowa. Iowa, kind of an upstart team trying to get some things done. Iowa hasn't been able to get that big win in recent years. They've beaten teams they were supposed to, but they haven't been able to beat that real big team, ranked team yet. Very, very interesting game when it comes to them. So, but there aren't a lot of other big time matchups. Those are the biggest matchups that you have in college football. So we'll see where that goes. By the way, we had been talking about it. Weather today, breezy and warmer in the 70s, but we're going to get hit with some cold weather by Sunday. So whatever plans you have, enjoy them today and enjoy tomorrow, because it's going to get a little bit colder. Also news from St. Louis, because we cover everything and we cover lots of topics, seeing where you guys like to jump in on the show. From a music standpoint, we talked about AC/DC. They're coming to St. Louis in 2026, not till the end of the year though, but Journey doing a final tour for 2026. But guess what? They're not coming to St. Louis. Are they really that big anymore? Do people, if they came to St. Louis, would they sell out?
I don't know.
Their final tour.
Yeah.
No Steve Perry, but they're not coming to St. Louis. They're going to a lot of places and smaller venues as well, but all over the country. But I was like, okay, but not St. Louis. They're coming to Kansas City. They'll be in Springfield, Missouri, Des Moines, Iowa, but no St. Louis.
Wow.
Really?
Well,
I mean, some of the places I was like, wait a second, this is Journey, but not in Springfield, Missouri, but not St. Louis.
I don't think they'll sell out the venue.
That's possible.
But
got to take them down to
I got some deals for you, Vic.
Oh, we got a deal day too?
Yeah, I got a deal for you guys.
All right, jump in with your deal day.
Guess what national holiday is November 9th?
Wait a second. It's November 7th, so this would be on Sunday.
Yes.
A national holiday is up on Sunday.
It's a new national holiday.
Oh, it's a new national holiday. And it's nothing St. Louis basically related, right?
No, it's everywhere. You can get this from anywhere, guys.
November 9th.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Teach
National
me.
Fried Chicken Sandwich Day.
All right. I'm following you.
Okay. Today is Friday. So there's an opportunity for you guys to have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could have 7 fried chicken sandwiches by Sunday.
What do you mean by Sunday? I don't even know where you're going.
Okay, so at Wingstop, a free sandwich with any purchase of $10 or more through the 9th.
Okay.
So right now you could get a free chicken sandwich for $10. Like
okay.
Wingstop. Then on Sunday, a McDonald's exclusive app, you can get a $2 McCrispy with no other purchase required. Then through the app on Popeyes with a $10 purchase as well, you can get a chicken sandwich.
All right. Rye's deals. If
Yes.
people didn't know, Rye always gives us the deals of the day.
I'm not done. Burger King has a $3 chicken sandwich as well, too. You can get it right now, Burger King. Then Shake Shack, it keeps trolling Chick-fil-A. You can have a chicken sandwich from Shake Shack, guys, with a $10 purchase. Then Jollibee, I've never really been there.
What is it called?
Jollibee.
And that's a place in the St. Louis area?
I don't know. It's national. So I'm just saying anywhere. Jollibee, it's a buy one, get one chicken sandwich for new reward members. I don't know what that is. And then a free chicken sandwich with any purchase of $1, guys, at KFC. So they're just throwing chicken sandwiches away for $1, guys.
A brand new holiday, November 9th, coming up on Sunday. You can get those deals today. Rye, always taking care of your food. And why not when you're looking for deals? As we told you earlier this week, the average price of a fast food meal is now $12, just under $12. So continues to go up from that standpoint. Yeah. Okay. I'm following you.
The only spot that doesn't do this deal is with the best chicken sandwich is Chick-fil-A. Why? Closed on Sundays, guys.
Gotcha. Makes sense. And speaking of food, as we told you earlier in the show, if you didn't see, according to Love Food, the best dive restaurant in the state of Missouri is in Columbia, Missouri. If you haven't checked it out, Rye learned about it today. It is called the legendary Broadway Diner. Classic biscuits and gravy. But what they're known for, even back when I was there, is the stretch. The generous serving of scrambled eggs, chili, onions, cheese, and hash browns. I will not eat that anymore. It was amazing when I had it late at night, early in the morning, so to speak. I would definitely do the biscuits with the creamy gravy. So congrats to the Broadway Diner in Columbia, Missouri for being honored with that. Also, U.S. Travel announces or says that the best pizza in St. Louis outside of chains, and I'd never heard of this pizza before. Never, but you had.
Yes, I have. It's all right.
You had. You want to give the name?
Pizza Head.
Pizza what?
Pizza Head.
Oh, Pizza Head. That's right. I'm going to it right now. Pizza Head. I'd never seen it. It's outside. They call it punk pizza.
Yeah.
Kind of a New York style pizza. Traditional pizzeria experience, edgy setting, punk rock music, vibrant decor, pizza crafted with care, offering delicious taste of rebellion, whatever. It is what it is. Each piece looks different. There's some sort of different topping on each, I guess. I don't know. I threw my shout out, and you knew where my shout out was if you weren't listening. Sarah's Pizza in the Maryland Heights area, right on the edge of Bridgeton. Absolutely top-notch pizza, not too far from Pattonville High School. Had it when I was in the 4th grade, and it was instant love. So my shout out is for Sarah's Pizza in the Maryland Heights area. If you guys have one of those pizza places, not a chain in the St. Louis area, you can jump in on Facebook, X, YouTube right now, or you can give us a call, 855-282-8255. Also, best dive bars. If anybody wanted to jump in and throw that in there as well, as we were talking about best dive bars, the dive restaurant, the Broadway Diner in Columbia. There's so many of those places that are all over. It's very difficult to pick just one. And my gosh, have we covered so many topics today. Sky Zone, by the way, we gave you that story. Closing at 7:00 tonight and tomorrow night after the melee on Manchester Road out in Baldwin last week. Just incredible what happened there. Gunshot fired literally almost across the street from the Baldwin Police Department. You don't want to mess around with the Baldwin Police. That's for sure. Also, if you're like me, the daylight saving time this week has affected my body. We have sunsets that are happening before 5 p.m. and we continue to lose a minute to 2 minutes every day when it comes to our sun. So the average sunrise right now that I was seeing when I was doing the study on that was, and it kind of surprised me. I was like, oh, it really is changing when it comes to that. So what we have, and giving you the schedule just in case, because I feel like the sun goes down. I'm like, oh my God, it's time for bed. What we have right now, we will continue to lose minutes of our day up until December 7th, 4:39 p.m. So each day right now, we lose a minute to 2 minutes of sunlight. And it continues that way until December 7th at 4:39. Then we don't get back up to a 5 p.m. sunset until January 12th. So just get ready for it. The body has to adjust. Daylight saving time. It is earlier in the morning. The average sunrise, though, is at 6:26. By the way, I love what we have going on. Appreciate you guys jumping in on the show. We have so much, as we were talking about, big weekend. Blues tomorrow night at home. SLU basketball with another big win last night. Mizzou hoops tonight. Mizzou hoops on Sunday. Mizzou football and at 2:30. Alec Burleson with his award as a utility Silver Slugger Award. Albert Pujols denied by the Padres after a 9.5-hour interview, which is just shocking to me. Good luck to all the local high school football teams in action tonight in the playoffs. A lot of really good matchups that we will see where all of that goes. I learned today that bet means yes from Ryan. Unk means you're just a little bit older. And if you're capping, you're lying. Yeah. And I'm going to use all of this terminology with my son, who is your age at Mizzou.
Just walk up with like a nice little track suit and be like,
tracksuit.
I know I'm going to be the coolest unk at the game this week.
Athletes like Jason Kelsey. Remember when he was in a tracksuit?
Mm-hmm.
He was in a green tracksuit dancing.
That was hilarious.
He looked good in it. You think I could pull off a tracksuit?
Yeah, you could pull off a tracksuit. I think anyone can pull off a tracksuit if you just have like a nice little.
And you're Gen Z, and you tell me that Air Force Ones are not a dad shoe.
No.
Even though Gen Z,
no,
your generation and Alpha Gen, whatever that is.
Yeah, it's really them.
Is saying that it's a dad shoe. Yeah, I disagree. I'm glad that you told me that because I don't know what I would do with that. And for some reason, Journey not coming to St. Louis. Sorry. A personal thing from there. Guys, have a great day. We got to get out of here. We were packed as always, the fastest 2 hours in morning radio and podcasting, Arch City Now. That's producer Rye. I'm Vic Faust. Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jansen getting 2 shout outs during the Blues game last night. And Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes up next. Have a great weekend. Stay positive. We'll see you Monday at 6 a.m.